Dawko's FNAF songs. Now this is going to be interesting. So I'm pretty sure all of you watching are aware of who Lewis Dawkins is, better known as Dawko. Dawko is an important figure in the Five Nights at Freddy's community, whether it be playing the games in fan games, making theories, looking at FNAF memes, or even putting out FNAF songs. Ever since 2018 with Like It or Not, Dawko has been making FNAF songs, most of the time in collaboration with fellow content creator Dawko. These FNAF songs are primarily centered around a new FNAF game or a new Fazbear Fright story. These songs are often praised a lot by the FNAF community and are heavily seen as some of the best fan-made songs to come out of the community, even rivaling the greats like The Living Tombstone, DA Games, Tryhard Ninja, and etc. Today I'm going to rank each FNAF song that has been released by Dawko, all the way from Like It or Not to Out of Stock. The only songs excluded from this ranking are covers, specifically his ones on the FNAF Big Band cover and his Security Breach version of Oogie Boogie's song from The Nightmare Before Christmas. While both are really good, I have to exclude these covers because it wouldn't be fair putting them up against original material. Before I begin, let me just say that I absolutely respect and adore Dawko and his content. He seems like an amazing guy, and he does create very entertaining content and is genuinely one of the best YouTubers in the FNAF community. Hell, slightly more than half of these songs range from good to really fucking good. Dawko is a good content creator and is a good person. When I'm critiquing the songs near the bottom of the ranking, especially the ones I consider actually bad, keep in mind it's not a personal attack against Dawko or Dawko or anyone associated with the production and work of these songs. Without further ado, let's get started with, in my opinion, the worst song. Yep, my opinion from my top 5 worst FNAF songs remake still remains. I do not like this song at all. Now to get the positives out of the way, I adore the voices used for Sarah and Eleanor. They're not amazing as singing voices, but they're believable voices for the characters. And that's where my positives end. No, really, that's the only good thing I can say about this song itself that isn't in relation to the creativity of the music video. To start off, like I previously stated, the singing here is not that great. There's some moments where I think it goes a bit too high in pitch for the current tone of the song. It just sounds off, if you know what I mean. Secondly, this song in general just feels like nothing, both in the sound and the lyrics. The song just doesn't sound that interesting. Part of the instrumental is just repeated gear noises. Also, speaking of the instrumental breaks aren't that good. When you have an instrumental break during a song, you need to make it sound unique and engaging enough to keep the listener entertained. The only engagement in the instrumental breaks in this song are what's happening in the music video. In terms of the sound, if you're just listening to the song, it feels empty. In my opinion, FNAF songs like Stay Calm and It's Been So Long have great instrumental breaks, and not because it's uplifting. This song is not trying to be uplifting and exciting, I understand that. It's going for a somber tone, and it can absolutely work. But anyway, the reason why the two mentioned songs have such great instrumental breaks is because of the variety in the sound, whether it be a lot of instruments or a lot of beats being thrown at you. It makes you invested in the song. In this song, the instrumental breaks are just gear noises with a little bit extra. It's not that unique. And in terms of lyrics, there's nothing that creative. It's either bad repetition with the go to sleep, or it's lyrics that feel like they were made up on the spot without clever thought. I'm sorry, man. This song just sucks. However, I do not entirely blame Dawko at all. Basically, this song was released on the 6-year anniversary of FNAF, and it seemed like it was clearly rushed just so the deadline could be met. And you know what? That's whatever. Hell, this song is not even that bland because I at least tried something unique conceptually. It's a more depressing and somber song, and that's entirely because the original To Be Beautiful story does have a more sadder, dark, and less uplifting and exciting tone. The song's tone is fitting. It makes sense. And somber FNAF songs can absolutely work. Not every FNAF song needs to be uplifting or exciting or action-packed to be good, or even one of the greats. Something of this caliber could absolutely be up there. The reason why I don't think To Be Beautiful works is because it doesn't get creative with the tone. The lyrics and sound choices don't really bring any feeling out of me. The song is empty. It's dull. And in my opinion, that's why To Be Beautiful is the worst FNAF song ever put out by Dawko. At least it gets better from here, although only slightly. So this is a song based off of Ultimate Custom Night, but in actual reality is a song about the rivalry between Dawko and Scott Cawthon at the time. This song is entirely dedicated to that rivalry. Now, my main problem with this song isn't as deep as my big problems with To Be Beautiful. In my personal opinion, it just doesn't sound that interesting. It just sounds bland. I feel like this song is a big example of a song that should have been more upbeat because, well, another huge issue I partake with this song is that it's very inconsistent with the tone. It changes from slow to fast throughout, and it's not smooth switches unlike other FNAF songs. It just sounds abrupt and choppy whenever it does. It's not pleasant. Also, the lyrics are yet again not as imaginative, although it's still more creative than the lyrics of To Be Beautiful, so there's that. Otherwise, this song isn't that good to me, and it's just very forgettable. Oh boy, this was a huge disappointment. Basically, this is a sequel song to Darkest Desire, which is a Help Wanted song Dawko made with this song, also being a collaboration between DH Justa, yet again, and CG5 and DA Games. Not gonna lie, but this song is so bland, especially the singing from Dawko. I don't know, but it just sounds off. Like, very off. Also, for me, it's too meta for my liking. I don't know.
We're friends all over, from YouTube or bigger, we'll take.
There's also nothing in the instrumental that keeps the song kicking. It's just noises that don't even form anything cool to listen to. This song feels weirdly incomplete as well. It both feels too short and too raw. I don't care for this one all too much. I won't lie though and say that I think the music video itself with the animation and all that is really fucking good. It's creative. Also, I just find the fact that they're actually spreading this around the whole world to be ironically funny. Anywho though, this song has left me disappointed, and by how much, well, wait until you hear my thoughts on the first Darkest Desire. This is the first song on the list that I don't consider bad. This song is just mid. My biggest problem with this song is quite simply the lyrics. It has a similar problem to Be Beautiful, where they aren't special or creatively written. I guess it's faithful to the original Fetch story, but I just think more effort could have been made into the song writing on this. Also, Fetch's singing voice is pretty poor, to be honest. However though, I think the instrumental is pretty decent. Not amazing, but still alright. And Dawko's singing voice is pretty alright too. The music video also has really good animation. And I won't lie, the last minute of the song is really good. It gets very tense, and I adore that. This song is not that good in the slightest, but I don't think it's bad either. This song is just there. And this is the first song on this list I consider good. This song is underrated. To start off, the best part about this song is the instrumental. I love how at the beginning and end, it has a more relaxing and pastel tone with ukulele playing to boot, also combined with Dawko's perfect singing during these parts. However, the song gets especially good when Alec first comes across Lonely Freddy in the music video, which would be around 1 minute into the song. Both the instrumental and singing amp up, and it doesn't sound forced at all considering the tone of the song at the beginning. It's natural, and I like that. And just generally, it sounds good. I'll admit right now that the lyrics aren't so special either, but I think this is a song that gets redeemed completely by the sound. Lonely Freddy, despite its original story being one of the darker and terrifying stories in Fazbear Frights, is a weirdly pleasant song to listen to, and I recommend this one. Not a lot of people talk about it, and I don't get it. Dawko's first FNAF song, also in collaboration with CJ5, and for his first, it's pretty good. It's not amazing or anything, but I think this song itself is very good to listen to. What makes this song, in my opinion, are the good chemistry between the instrumental and singing. Dawko does a really good job, and same with CG5. I also like the lyrics. I'll admit they're not special at the beginning, but when it gets to around the 1 minute 30-second mark, that's when that aspect picks up. And the ending of this song is really fucking good. It gets all build up and then pay off and it hits. Like it or not, this song is pretty good, and it's impressive for Dawko's first song. Now, believe it or not, I used to think this song was extremely overrated and pretty terrible. This song was once number 5 on my original Top 5 Worst FNAF Songs video, but now, it's number 4 in my Dawko FNAF Songs ranking, and I consider it really good. Anyway, what I love about this song the most is the instrumental. It's a bop. It switches between the relaxing tone like Lonely Freddy to a more action and crazy tone, and it's all done naturally, and it doesn't feel forced. It gets very engaging to listen to. At certain moments, it sounds badass. Also, the lyrics are really creative here. The songwriting was just as much focused as the sound. Now, I won't lie and say I still think the animation in the music video isn't the best, but that's not as important as the song itself, and the song itself is a banger. What can I say though? Into the Pit is a good song, and I'm ashamed that I didn't like it before.
It's a cover, it's a getaway.
This is the most recent song to come from Dawko, and holy shit, this is really good. This song is the pure definition of build up and payoff. Throughout most of the song, it has a badass instrumental with really hard-hitting beats and very amazing singing from Dawko. It all sounds extremely great together, and it's a certified head bop. It's very action-packed sounding. The lyrics are also really good. Also, speaking of build-up and payoff, it is all a really good build-up to the plush trap chaser getting hit by the train, just like the ending of the original out-of-stock story. And this isn't even just for the music video. In the song itself, when you listen to it on Spotify or wherever, the train whistle is present, so that part is clearly part of the song. Also, speaking of the music video, the animation is at its peak here. It's really well done. The movements are smooth, it has great color choices, and the models for the plush trap chaser and Oscar look pretty good. Out of Stock is quite simply fire.
There's a knock.
This song is extremely good. I remember being hyped for this song back in 2020, and when it finally came out on Halloween that year, I was not disappointed at all. I really liked it, and I still do. I think my favorite part about this song is how perfectly replicated Funtime Freddy's voice is. His voice is really accurate to the character, and also works as a singing voice. His voice sounds psychotic, just like Funtime Freddy's voice from the games, and it helps with the tone of the song. The tone of the song switches between crazily psycho to morbid, and whenever it switches, it doesn't sound forced at all. Also, the singing is just really good throughout. It contributes to the tone of the song very well. Also, as a point for the music video, I love how it sometimes switches from the 3D SFM animation to moving 2D art, and it works, and it isn't distracting. Good contrast, if I'm honest. The near ending of this song is especially really cool. I'm seriously impressed with everything about this song. This song is just quite simply amazing. However, it's not the best one. Close though. Who didn't see this coming? If you've seen any video on my channel related to FNAF songs, you know how much I love this song. And because of that, that's why I won't go as in depth, but you know, you guys deserve an explanation. As I've said before, by far, my favorite part about this song is the instrumental. It is seriously a bop. It gets you dancing in your seat. And the singing from Dawko, which is surprisingly really good rap, helps contribute to the true listening experience of the song. There's also a lot of sound in this. Each beat hits. It's all so catchy and addictive. As well, the lyrics of this song are especially really good. They're great at portraying Dawko's situation against Glitchtrap, and it shows how insane he's getting in the head as Glitchtrap is slowly but surely taking over. The meaning in the songwriting makes the song sound more interesting to listen to, and it makes the listener think about the song. What else can I say? Darkest Desire is musical genius. It's a masterpiece, and it's by far the best Five Nights at Freddy's song to ever come from Dawko.
Below the mind to find a legitimate reason for why I try. Every turn returns concern, but my curiosity